Hey folks, welcome back to the homestead. In this video we'll be testing out the ThermoPro TP27 wireless meat thermometer. ThermoPro actually reached out to me not long ago and asked would I consider doing a review or test of this product on my channel, and 99.9% of the time when I get those emails I say no, because it's most of the time it's products that I'm not interested in. But I had been considering buying one of these. I'd been looking also at the ThermoWorks Smoke, which is a very similar product, pretty close price range to this, and was considering buying one anyway. And then I get this email, so I decided to go ahead and go along with this. May still buy one of those as well. Who knows, that might be a good comparison video. But let's go ahead and open the box, take a look at what's inside. Alright, we've got our manual and a little paperwork here. Probably need that in a few minutes. I'm bad for trying things without looking at the instructions. But we've got the main unit here, the transmitter. Looks like some batteries to go in both pieces. Not only do we have the transmitter, but we've got the receiver. This is the wireless component that you would actually be able to bring inside the house with you. Looks like it's got a belt clip on it. Both of these have a magnet. I like that, and I was actually looking earlier, and it's got a little clip that you can use to hang it. I can see that being pretty handy. It's got, looks like 4 AAA batteries. It's got a couple clips that you can use to actually put one of the probes on the cooking surface or the grate of the grill. I can see those being very handy, as I'd like to monitor my surface temperature. And then it's got 4 color coded probes. And that would be very handy if you wanted to cook a larger cut of meat, and you can kind of, like on a brisket or something, you could the flat and the point, you could check the temperature on both of those. Or maybe if you're doing multiple items, and there are 4 of these. So we'll go ahead and get everything put together, and I'll do a little test on it, and we'll get started with our actual field cooking with it. Now I've got a couple probes hooked up to these, and they've actually got a backlit screen. You can just tap the top there and it'll light up. They're both showing identical temperatures, and they've got a resync button on them. You can actually, if you think at some point that the temperature is getting off on them a little bit, you can hit that and resync them. Now I'm going to do one test here before that we go outside. I've got some water getting ready to boil, and it's supposed to boil around 212 degrees Fahrenheit, but according to our elevation here where I live and the barometric pressure, it should boil around 210.5 degrees. So I'm going to test that here in just a moment, and we'll go outside and do a field test. For the purpose of doing a field test, I've got about a 26 ounce porterhouse steak. I've got it seasoned with some garlic salt and a little coarse black pepper, and we'll go out and do a reverse sear on that on the Weber kettle here in just a few moments. This has got 2 types of alarms on it. You can actually set it to alarm when the meat gets to a specific temperature, or you can set a high and a low range. I actually set my low range for 200 and the high for 212. Wanted to test that out here and just see how that works. We're at 154 right now, and temperature's rising, so it shouldn't take it long to get up to a boiling point from here. Okay, there's just 1 degree difference in the ThermoPen and this TP27. ThermoPen is a very highly regarded thermometer and considered to be very accurate. Alright, I was waiting to see if the water would go above 212 to see what the alarm would sound like, but don't look like it's going to get any higher than that. So I'll go ahead and pull the probe out once it starts cooling down. Falls below 200 degrees. I think that's what I had the low range set at. We'll see what it does. Okay, it's immediately going off. The alarm is. Temperature dropped down to 181. The 4th of July out here. Folks, if you're able to see that, it looks like the temperature there down next to the cooking grate's 258 degrees. It's still climbing a little. I'm just hoping to keep it down under 300 probably on this cook. The temperature outside right now is 21, 22 degrees. the probe's just laying over there, so it's picking up the air temp outside right now. I watch this grill temperature just a little bit. If it gets too high, I can shut the vent down, but with it being pretty cold out, I think it'll slow down here in a few minutes. I'll go ahead and put this steak on here. I'll put this other probe in it. Turn it around a little bit. Put this other probe right in here. Try to get close to the center if possible. So we've got one probe monitoring the cooking temperature here on the grate, and the other one's inserted. It's right about in here probably. Try to pick up that internal temperature on that steak. I'll go ahead and set my thermometer. Okay, I went ahead and set a high and low range on the probe that's monitoring the cooking temperature. Looks like we're up to about 210. It's climbing right now. I've got it set high 405. I just set it at a high number just to try to test this. I've got it set low range 220 degrees, and I set my meat temperature for the probe that's in it at 140 degrees. That's where I plan to pull it off, or actually I guess start searing it at that time. Looks like it's about 46 degrees internally right now. Right, here's the receiver. Looks like it's synced up pretty good. It's climbed a few more degrees. I'm gonna have to watch this temperature. I've got it a little bit hot. Might have to slow it down here just a little bit and shut some vents down, but I'll keep you updated. Hey folks, the alarm started going off and it took me about a minute to get out here. The receiver was doing the same thing. I had an audible alarm. When it hit 140, the temperature on the grill got a little bit higher than what I wanted, but I was having a hard time keeping it down. But I'm gonna go ahead and sear the steak at this point. Pull this probe out. I'm gonna go ahead and put the steak on the flames here and give a little sear to it. Give this side a little sear and I'll take it in and let it rest a few minutes. You might be able to hear my chickens. I'm cooking pretty close to them. I guess I've got them up past their bedtime, but I hope they're thankful we're eating beef tonight and not chicken. Taking it off now, and we'll take it inside and let it rest a few. Here's the finished product. It's temping at a little between 140 and 50 degrees. Put a pretty good sear on it. Ready to eat. Alright folks, we're finished with the cook, and here's my final thoughts on it. I think I actually like it. Probably if I were given the decision of whether to buy this or not, I think it would be a go for me. It comes, just a little recap on what you get. It's got the transmitter that you actually leave out by the grill, and it's got a receiver that you can carry in the house with you. You can clip it on your belt or stick it in your pocket. It goes out to 500 feet, so it's got a pretty good size range on it. It's got 4 probes. They're color coded, so you've got some different options there on how you would use that. As far as the accuracy of it, I did the hot water test with it with the boiling water, and I used my ThermoPen, and it was within a degree or a fraction of a degree with the ThermoPen, and I hit the ThermoPen. In my experience with it, it's very highly accurate. So I think this is a pretty good product. They didn't pay me anything for this, but they did give it to me. I am going to recommend this product. I think the price for it's about $79 at the time of recording this, so I'll put a link in the description below this video. If it's something you're interested in, check it out. If not that one, I know ThermoWorks makes one. It's called Smoke. I was really interested in it, and I still might check it out later, and if so, I'll do a video on it as well. Want to also remind you, I've got a charcoal grilling field guide that's absolutely free if you're just getting started. You can click the link that I put below this video, and you'll be able to get that straight in your email inbox. Doesn't cost a penny, and you can print it or just save it on your phone and take it out in the field with you when you're cooking. It's pretty helpful to get you started. I'll be putting out another video soon, but in the meantime, God bless you guys and stay safe.